Welcome to the Optimize Health podcast, where we simplify weight loss and metabolic health with real science. If you're struggling to lose fat, it might not be your diet. It could be low testosterone. Today, we're breaking down the biggest mistakes that are wrecking men's testosterone, things I've seen firsthand in primary care, and the exact steps to fix it naturally. Let's get into it. Testosterone isn't just for muscle, it's a key fat burning hormone. But when levels drop, your metabolism slows down, belly fat increases, muscle declines, and fat loss stalls. A randomized controlled trial tested this by putting obese men on a low-calorie diet. Some received testosterone therapy, while others got a placebo. After 56 weeks, the men who got testosterone lost 14 pounds of pure fat and kept all their muscle, while the placebo group lost 10 pounds of fat, but also lost 7 pounds of muscle. Testosterone helped the first group burn fat without losing muscle, while the others lost both. This isn't just about looking leaner. A meta-analysis looked at men with type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome, two conditions that make weight loss even harder. They found that testosterone therapy not only reduced belly fat, but also improved insulin sensitivity. That means their waistlines shrank, their bodies use energy better, and their metabolism improved. If your testosterone is low, your body isn't just storing fat more easily, it's also having a hard time processing food for energy. Another long-term study followed men on testosterone therapy for 8 years. Over time, they lost an average of 20% of their body weight, and they kept it off. That's huge. Most diets lead to temporary weight loss, but these men were able to sustain fat loss for years, proving that testosterone plays a long-term role in metabolism and fat storage. Now let's talk about real-life patterns I saw in primary care that are wrecking men's testosterone. First, one of the biggest hormonal traps I see is high body fat, leading to higher estrogen. The more body fat you carry, the more aromatase activity you have. Aromatase is an enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen. So the higher your body fat, the more your testosterone is being turned into estrogen, which leads to even more fat storage, lower muscle mass, mood swings, and increased cravings. It's a vicious cycle. Another huge issue I see is vitamin D deficiency. Most guys work indoors all day, don't get enough sunlight, and have no idea they're low on vitamin D. But low vitamin D is linked to low testosterone. Studies show that men with low vitamin D tend to have significantly lower testosterone levels. If you're waking up feeling sluggish, struggling to lose weight, and haven't had your vitamin D levels checked, it's worth getting tested. If you're low, supplementing with 2,000 to 5,000 IUs per day can help bring your levels back up. Then there's zinc and magnesium. These are two critical minerals for testosterone production. Zinc helps regulate testosterone and prevents its conversion into estrogen, while magnesium supports sleep, muscle recovery, and hormone balance. The problem? Most men don't get enough. If you're eating a diet full of processed foods and skipping whole nutrient-dense sources like nuts, seeds, leafy greens, and whole grains, you're probably deficient. And if you're deficient, your testosterone will suffer. The next huge mistake I see, guys not making time for resistance training. They do cardio, they cut calories, but they don't lift weights. And the issue here is that resistance training is one of the most powerful ways to boost testosterone. Compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and bench press send a signal to your body to produce more testosterone to build and maintain muscle. But I see a lot of guys who say they don't have time to lift, yet they have time to binge Netflix or scroll on their phone for 2 hours. You don't need to train for hours a day. Just 30 to 45-minute strength training sessions per week can have a massive impact on your testosterone levels and body composition. Another common issue, sleep apnea. I've had patients come in with weight gain, low energy, and brain fog, thinking it's just low testosterone, but after testing, it turned out they had undiagnosed sleep apnea. Poor sleep wrecks testosterone levels. If you snore loudly, wake up exhausted, or struggle with poor sleep quality, getting checked for sleep apnea could be a game changer. Then there's chronic stress and poor recovery. Some guys overtrain thinking more is better, but if you're constantly stressed, your body is pumping out cortisol, which suppresses testosterone. Training hard is great, but if you're not sleeping well, not eating enough, and not managing stress, your testosterone will stay low. Recovery is just as important as training. Now let's talk about alcohol. A lot of guys drink way too much without realizing alcohol directly lowers testosterone. Chronic alcohol use increases estrogen, damages liver function, and suppresses testosterone production. If you're having drinks every night or binge drinking on the weekends, it's killing your testosterone. And finally, too much endurance cardio. If you're only doing long distance running or endless cardio without strength training, you're not sending your body the right signals to produce testosterone. Training without recovery can actually lower T levels over time. So what's the fix? If you want to optimize your testosterone naturally, here's what to do. Lift weights 3 times per week, Get enough vitamin D, zinc, and magnesium. Clean up your diet, cut processed junk, prioritize whole foods, and increase healthy fats. Manage stress and prioritize sleep. If you want to test your testosterone levels, don't just get basic blood tests. The best approach is a combination of tests to see the full picture. A standard blood test will usually measure total and free testosterone, but that's just a part of the story. The Dutch test gives a complete breakdown of testosterone metabolism, showing how well your body is producing and using it. The HOMA-IR test is another critical one because insulin resistance is directly tied to low testosterone. If your insulin level is high, your testosterone is likely low. If you're serious about fixing your testosterone, start with the basics. Strength train, fix your diet, optimize sleep, and get the right nutrients. These simple but powerful changes can make a massive difference in your metabolism, energy, and fat loss. If you want to optimize your testosterone, book a free consultation, link in the description below. And if you found this episode helpful, share it with a friend and leave a review. Stay tuned for next week's episode of the Optimized Health Podcast. Like and subscribe for more science-backed health tips. Peace.